last time I was here, I got the distinct feeling that you people don't like me. I told y'all that the AOD was taking over IPW. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a stinky little kid, it does not matter. If you don't like it, deal with it. Hit our music, redneck.
The best trade in the business. Ron Nami's not here again this week. I'm Aaron Royal, and back with me, Rod Steele.
Well, Aaron, again, it's my distinct pleasure to be out here commentating such a fine matchup between one pretty fly for a white guy, and he sure is white. He's pretty much blending in the background there. At number 2, my man Fro coming in here, Kung Fu Fro style. Let's now breeze over there in the background. We got a couple of those hot Diamond Dog girls. They are one of our delightful sponsors, and I got to tell you, I can't mind going over there every Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, pretty much every day of the week.
Monday through Sunday, pretty much is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much that's the whole extent of it now. Well, throwing some flexing down. He's not one of the biggest cats I've seen, but that Fro sure is tall.
These two guys have trained together. Sometimes they're a tag team here in the Florida independent scene, but in this first match here, they're going at it tooth and nail against each other. They want to prove you're not the best new green boy in the business. I am. And we got a green boy out there, a new guy refereeing, Mikey Tenderfoot.
Boy, look at the pork chop sideburns on that referee. But more importantly, look at these two students. I've watched these two guys come from walking through the Plex, trying to figure out how to push a broom, to now they're in there duking it out against one another with a pretty fine lockup right there by Steve McNair. I mean, pretty fly for a white guy.
By Steve McNair. Pretty fly and Fro. Like we said, they know each other very well from the WrestlePlex. You know these guys very well, training them along with Naftali, Agent Steel, and the other IPW superstars. Who do you predict is going to win this match?
Well, if I had to go to strength, I'm going to go with Fro because he's a lot more powerful, he's faster, he's got that afro going for him. But Pretty Fly's got a nice attitude on him. You know, he's not afraid to run his mouth, and you know how I like to have guys run their mouths.
Rod Steele and running mouth is synonymous.
Now look at this, a Cabbage Patch. See, look at the showboating stuff by my man Fro. Look at that, it's beautiful.
These guys were definitely trained by the likes of Rod Steele with all that showboating going on, but they go right back and lock up, and a headlock there by Pretty Fly, trying to slow it down just a little bit, wear down the powerful Frobot.
That's right, Frobot's actually definitely got the strength differential here, but now big shoulder tackle by Pretty Fly, running around like grease lightning in there. Ooh, atomic drop. Look at him showboating right back to him. Tremendous neck breaker by Pretty Fly. Well, I tell you, every time I see this kid.
Oh, no, it kicked out just as quickly. I thought Fro was done, but he was able to use that strength to his advantage. He wasn't worn out quite yet. He kicked out, and Pretty Fly back with a suplex. Nice snap suplex there. Got a lot of kick to it right there. That's a bit of the training from Rod Steele as well.
Absolutely. Now look at him, still pulling it in a couple different inverted DDT. This Pretty Fly for white guys, not just coming out throwing suplexes or slams. He's coming with a variety of advanced moves. Oh!
Right in the small of the back. Nice kick.
Hey, was that your cell phone ringing a minute ago, Aaron?
That wasn't my cell phone. I don't get any calls. I just have all my email forwarded.
Now, speaking of call, look at him.
No, he's not!
Like a scratch board. Boy, somebody want to tell that guy he's white?
That is Pretty Fly indeed. Pretty Fly indeed.
Anyway, so here he goes, picking it back up. Big kick back in the head by Fro. Fro doesn't know
rolls him up. Oh, I thought we had another quick pinfall going on right there. These two guys seem to know each other's moves very well. Though, like I said, they've been training as a tag team.
Look at this turtle. A turtle. These kids aren't afraid to do anything. Big tilt-a-whirl now.
They know that the sports entertainment / wrestling business, it's so much about entertaining the fans as it is about going in there and wrestling. And these guys
Speaking of entertaining, look at him. Frobotting all over the place, dropping the tremendous elbow on him now. 1, 2, kick out by Pretty Fly for a white guy. That little bit's not going to take him out. Oh, begging off, a la Ric Flair style. We like to see that stuff around the floor.
Yeah, you seem to like that stuff too. But what is it? Is he Frobot? Is he Kung Fu Fro? Is he the African-American Idol? What is this guy? He can't seem to decide what he is.
He's a man of multiple names, just as well, multiple talent. Look at that, coming in doing the unsmart move with the
What is he doing, Rod Steele?
I don't know. I've been fussing to get it enough during this particular show, so I don't even know what the heck I'm saying. Big duck clothesline now. Hey, we've seen this spot by Scoot Andrews before, but not as pretty.
Yes, your new partner in crime, Scoot Andrews. Finally, somebody coming in, trying to control Ron Nemi, the Shanes, and 911 Incorporated.
Now look at this, going for the big power bomb, but now see Pretty Fly showing his savvy. Not afraid to throw a couple blows in there.
Oh, my homies, that's great.
Wow. See, look at him just playing for the crowd, and here's what he calls it, sparkle, sparkle, or boom, his bling, bling. And it's all academic here, folks. 3.
That's it. The winner of this rookie match, Pretty Fly. I must say, I was as surprised as you, Rod Steele. There's Mikey Tenderfoot raising his hands. We got 3 of the best young guys in the business right here in the ring at Leelman Discovery School.
Absolutely, and these 2 kids are showing why they're some of our premier students here in the state of Florida. Look at the showmanship these 2 guys are showing each other. Picking them up off the mat. Hey, man, we've been busting each other's butt in the
I think he should hit it.
Let me show you how much I appreciate the hard work you're doing. Oh, but look at that, Billy Fuss. Look at that.
Who is that guy?
I don't know. He's one of the hottest cats up in here. Look at him just smacking people around. Here goes Fro for the ride.
You guys already interfered in the first
Lights
match.
out, meatball. Oh, it's a stick a fork in that kid. He's done.
All right, you guys come in. You're just going crazy rough shot.
Oh.
You guys interfered in the Shanes versus Mike and Scoot. In that match, let Mike and Scoot win. You and Billy, you guys have formed the Alliance of Defiance, and now you guys are coming in here trying to go over on the Green Boys. I kind of like it.
Well, it's not trying to go over. It's trying to show everybody around here why we are the premier group in here, why we're not afraid to beat anybody up. Now, if you listen, ooh.
Nice chop on the ample white chest of
That
Pretty
is
Fly.
ample white, and if you listen really close, you can hear it again. Oh, and now my man Billy showing why he's the man.
What exactly are you guys proving by going after guys like Pretty Fly and Kung Fu Fro, though? You should be saving your energies for the likes of the Strongs and the Shane brothers.
It doesn't matter who we put in. We're not afraid of anybody.
I know you're excited, Rod. You want to talk about the Alliance of Defiance and the beatdown that I totally don't agree with. All right, on these young kids. Frobot goes out there, Kung Fu Fro, whatever he's calling himself this week. He goes out there against Pretty Fly. Not quite enough for the big man from Froville. Pretty Fly comes out on top. The best trained students anywhere in the world come right here out of the WrestlePlex. You're one of the trainers. Tell them about it, Rod.
Well, you know, I got Pretty Fly for a white guy. We got Afro, Fro, Todd, whatever his name is these days, Kung Fu Joe. I never get his name straight. All I can look at is big bulbous head. Now they're in there. They're pounding on each other. The bottom line is, what's his name, Todd? Doesn't matter.
Pretty Fly.
Pretty Fly. Pretty Fly's in there, and he's showing why he's our #1 guy. Throwing that sparkles, bling, bling.
Bling, bling.
See what happened at the end of that? Here we come, Alliance of Fives. We got Scoot.
We all saw it.
Billy Fives. We've got Mike Sullivan. Dusty. What are you doing?
I'm looking for the TV title. Wait, do you do the... Oh, wait. Frankie Capone's got that now, doesn't he? I'd let you finish, but we got to go to commercial.
Your friends all stop and stare at my spiky hair and at my punk rock t-shirt. You are the girl for me, only
told the judge I thought the cop was a prostitute.
You know, I'd heard that. Oh. I tell you what, we've got a big tag team encounter coming up. It's two guys you don't like too much. It's the Strong Brothers. They've had some problems with some of your AOD members, Mike and Scoot. They're going to be taking on two other guys you don't like, Lex Lovett and Steve Madison, coming out with the immortal Jimmy Del Rey. I know you guys have two different tag teams in Alliance of Defiance. I don't know exactly how that works. Give us your expert opinion, former TV champion.
Number one, we've got the Strong Brothers, who struggle with getting some sunlight to them. They're pasty-faced, they're pale. Speaking of pasty-faced, some makeup you got there?
Talk about the match.
More importantly, we've got the Cabana Boys. We got Lexi Lovett.
Cabana Boys.
We got Steve Madison with Jimmy Del Rey, the Gigolo of 1990-47. When year is that? Doesn't matter. The point is, these two cats are in there beating each other stupid, thinking they've got a chance at getting to my guys, Mike Sullivan, Tully Blanchard, Scoot Andrews, Dustin
Hey,
Rhodes,
I got to cut you off. The winner of this match will have a hell of a chance. Let's watch it. We're back, fans. This should be a great tag team encounter led out by the lovely SoCal Val. It's the Strong Brothers, the guys that put in that gutsy performance here a few weeks back in the cage against your boys, Mike and Scoot. Your guys went over. They're the tag team champions, no doubt about it. But the performance by these two, absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, great performance, but the bottom line is they are the champs. Mike Sullivan, Scoot Andrews. Look at that. Hey, wait a second. That girl's only 16. You should be looking at her like that, you degenerate.
Hey, kayfabe.
Whatever now. Look at, jeez. No, she's too young. Now, you know what I'm begging for? I'm really begging for the Strong Brothers to beg to go to a tanning salon. I mean, for the love of God, they're so white, they blend into the background. I mean, this is Florida, for God's sakes. We're supposed to have tan.
And here come their opponents, Lex Lovett and Steve Madison, sneaking up from behind, attacking the Strong Brothers, and they're laying it right to them. The last time we saw Steve Madison and Lex Lovett, they were getting their asses handed to them by the Shane brothers. They're going to try another brother combination, Roderick and Sedrick Strong.
I thought the last time we saw Lex and Steve, they were on top of the Cabana Boy poster. But more importantly, nice double team moves here by the Strong Brothers. Hip tosses, arm drags, you name it, these kids can do it all. I got to give these guys credit. They've been there busting their butts. They know how to work. They're not afraid to throw things around. They are good characters, no doubt about it.
And this should be a nice old school 80s style, if you will, tag team encounter. We hadn't mentioned yet, outside the ring managing Steve and Lex is none other than Jimmy Del Rey, the man who had a big hand in training both of these individuals.
Well, Jimmy Del Rey is definitely one of the premier guys out here in the Florida scene. He was one of the Heavenly Bodies, along with, what's that guy's name again?
Tom Pritchard.
Right, Tom Pritchard. Okay, no respect for the independent scene whatsoever by Rod Steele, but I don't have to have any respect for it.
No respect for any old wrestling history, apparently.
I don't need to know. All I know is old school. No, I don't even know that.
Jimmy Del Rey started out as Jimmy Backlund down here, wrestling in the Florida in the old CWF territory. He went on to become Jimmy Del Rey, Johnny Graffiti, and many, many other characters. But right now what he is he's inside IPW. He's bringing this team of Lex Lovett and Steve Madison. He wants to go through the Strong Brothers because he knows going through former tag team champions, you're on your way to the top to possibly face Mike and Scoot.
Well, these two guys really aren't showing me anything that'll give them a shot at the title. But, you know, they're taking it right to the Strongs. They're showing some good quality teamwork. Lex and Steve, they are some good-looking guys. They know what they're doing in the ring. They're not afraid to throw some big moves. Look at that tremendous leap by Lex Lovett.
Beautiful, beautiful drop kick by Lex Lovett. His cheerleading background no doubt playing a factor there as he's able to get way up in the air and knock down the man from Cocky Top Mountain, Roderick Strong.
Cocky Top Mountain. Where does this kid get his names? I'm not even sure what kind of headlock you would call that. Aaron, you got an idea?
Yes, it's an inverted side hammer headlock.
That's the Ron Nemi influence for you folks. Now, here he is still, Lex holding tight on the big fat noggin that is Roderick Strong. Oh, right to the face.
That noggin that had a very big concussion, a grade 2 concussion recently in that cage match that I was talking about. These guys hadn't really wrestled very much leading up to this match. This is basically what you call their IPW comeback right here. And right now it's not going too well for him as Lex Lovett was handing it to Roderick Strong. And there you see Jimmy Del Rey on the outside choking. And that's where having the experience of a Jimmy Del Rey on the outside comes into play. SoCal Val, she's great to look at. And I'm sure she's a great, great influence on the Strong Brothers. But when you got Jimmy Del Rey over there is no comparison.
Oh, no comparison whatsoever. But you know what? You're right. You know, the girl is a little, big leg drop by Lex Lovett. You know, the girl is young, but I got to tell you, she sure is good to look at. You're right about that. You know, maybe she is the best part of the Strongs.
Well, I wouldn't argue that. I like the Strongs, and I wouldn't argue that one bit, Rod Steele.
No, absolutely not. I mean, see, now here goes Steve Madison showing his power. big suplex now. Maybe Roderick needs to think about getting to the corner and tagging the skinny brother in there. Maybe get him out of there real fast. What do you think, Aaron?
Well, I'm sure he is trying to get to the corner to tag the man from Smallville. He calls himself Superman, Sedrick Strong. But right now, Steve Madison, Lex Lovett, they'll have none of that. They were trained very well by Jimmy Del Rey. Keep that guy away from his corner. You guys make the fresh tags coming in and out. If you can only have to beat one guy, you've got that much better of a chance. Roderick Strong, instead of bouncing off the ropes, maybe should have gone and tagged his brother. That shows a little bit of inexperience still on the part of these young guys. They've attained a lot. They've been tag team champions, but they've still only been in the business a very short time, and right now that's shining through.
Well, see, that's why they're the former champions. Bush League mistakes like that, bouncing off the ropes, trying to make a big move instead of going to make the tag to his partner. You know, what happened there?
I think Kung Fu Fro and Pretty Fly got it to freeze up, a la dancing style that they were doing out there. And Jimmy Del Rey out on the outside, tearing up the chest of Roderick Strong. And Sedrick Strong should have watched enough tag team matches to know if he just gets back on the outside of the ring, the ref will turn around.
Absolutely. You know, see, there's a rookie mistake again of going outside the ring, and that's what having a veteran like Jimmy Del Rey on the outside does for you, for Lex Lovett and Steve Madison, the Cabana Boys, as I like to call them. I remember that ad with the whole... Anyway,
yes, I
here
do,
we are.
and I don't think they're going to like you calling them the Cabana Boys, but I've got a feeling with you and the Alliance of Defiance, as we saw out here earlier, you really don't care.
Not in a lick. I really couldn't care less what anybody thinks of me, whether it's the Strong Brothers, whether it's the Cabana Boys, whether it's SoCal Val, whether it's Jimmy Del Rey. Big roll up here by Roderick, 1, 2. Now let's see if he's smart enough to go make the tag. See? Doesn't have the wherewithal to get to the corner and tag his pale brother into this ring.
These guys have studied these opponents, obviously. They're going right to that head of Roderick Strong, hoping that concussion hasn't fully healed. They can knock him loopy just a little bit more.
No, absolutely. And I know one or two things about concussions, and his head's ringing right now. He's looking around. He doesn't know where he is. He's confused. He's disoriented. He's probably wishing he was home eating some popcorn.
Popcorn is good.
I like popcorn. And speaking of popcorn, here comes Steve Madison to the top rope now. This doesn't bode well because this kid doesn't strike me as a high flyer. Now let's see what we got going on here.
The Lance Storm lookalike may surprise you, and he does.
Absolutely, I'm happy to say I'm wrong on that. Now, Steve, you got to go in there and pin the man because you can't just showboat. You got to make the 1, 2, 3. It's not about looking good. It's making it about the win.
Right about now, Sedrick Strong should be running and just kicking somebody in the head, trying to fire up his teammates, fire up this crowd.
I think Sedrick's too busy looking at SoCal Val than worry about what his brother's doing in the middle of the ring.
Oh, could there be trouble in the midst amongst the Strong brothers?
Well, I hear the way those two yahoos talk about one another. Roderick's really quick to talk about how great his brother is until he's not there, and then he'll bury him in front of the ladies. Double clothesline here. Now, Roderick, you got to turn around. You got to get to your corner. You got to make the tag to your brother. Don't be afraid to be the star, kid. You got to make the tag.
If Lex Lovett is smart, he'll get over and get the tag as well. He may not be as worse off as Roderick Strong is right now, but they could still use the fresh man. Wear out Roderick a little bit more, make another tag, double team, 1, 2, 3 for Lex and Steve if they can get it done.
Absolutely. Oh, but here goes Roderick.
Oh,
so close. Oh, that's, you know, I'm sure that's nothing he's not used to, just coming real close and not sealing the deal a la Frankie Capone. But that's not important right now. What is important is that a tremendous Miss Enziguri still working on Roderick Strong, the head, the back. This kid doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what's happening. He probably wishes he was home.
And despite being in control, Lex and Steve still trying to keep this match at a slow, methodical pace. They're trying to wear this guy down. They know that they're in great shape, but the speed of the Strong brothers is becoming legendary down here in Florida. They want to take that away. They don't want to do everything they can to make sure Roderick Strong cannot get to that corner. I'm thinking a few times they maybe could even put this guy away, but like we said, this is IPW. They want to showboat. They want to show exactly what they can do, and I didn't know Lex was a high flyer either.
Absolutely.
He's going to that top rope. Oh, misses with a nice swanton, but not quite able to get it. Now, Roderick, please get over to the corner. Cedric's going to be complaining again about TV time.
You got to get into there. You got to get that tag, Roderick. You got to make the quick tag. Lex showing the mistake of being a big man going to the top rope. You're too jacked up for the top rope, Lex. You got to make the tag to Steve and hope that he gets it before Steve Madison.
And there he goes, finally gets the hot tag to his brother Sedrick, and he comes in, lays out Steve Madison with what I believe was supposed to be a clothesline, then lays out Lex Lovett with the same. Nice leg lariat, another leg lariat there, and he's taking both guys out. I was making fun of him a little bit there, in a joking manner, of course.
What a tremendous spear by the Pale House of Fire, Sedrick Strong. Boom, out goes Lex. Here's where he's still making his mistake. Lex is the legal man. You gotta make the tag. You gotta throw him in the middle of the ring to count it out, brother. Boom,
legal
big
man,
shot.
This is IPW, that matters not.
It does matter though. Look, SoCal Val's trying to stick her big nose in where it doesn't belong. What she needs to do is put some pants on, kid. You should be ashamed of yourself dressed like that.
Actually, what she's doing is showing she's not camera shy, whether she's facing the camera or facing away.
Ooh, big chops down by Roderick on Steve Madison. Oh, and down goes,
Kicks her right in the head. That's why you don't stick your nose in there, Val. It's best for you to come out, look pretty, and just stay out of the way. See, I could be Rod Steele.
Thank you, my friend. And what she needs to do is have herself up. Oh, tremendous brain buster. I've never seen anyone pull it off better than Steve Madison. But now, Steve, you got to turn around.
Killer Carl Cox.
Who?
Killer Carl Cox.
Right.
You got to know this stuff, Rod Steele. This is where I know that I'm not here with Ron Nemi.
Hey, Ron Nemi's got people pumping names into his head all the time. I don't know who these guys are talking about. Look at Roderick showing. Oh, right to the boot.
Roderick getting the second wind here. Kicks him in the gut.
Going for the razor's edge diamond cutter. I don't know what he calls it. He probably calls it the blocker, but
I think he calls it the razor cutter.
1, 2, 3.
That's not the ref.
Oh, it sure isn't the ref.
They're being tricky, Rod Steele.
Turn around, Roderick. Turn around. It's Jimmy Del Rey. That's a shame. Oh,
nice DDT. Now, if he can get his guy on top, get the referee in here, these guys are going to come out victorious, which is exactly why you bring a guy like Jimmy Del Rey into your corner. I hadn't seen that before. Here comes Sedrick Strong.
Hey,
he's rolling Roderick back over the top. Jimmy doesn't notice.
You can't do this.
The ref doesn't. Here comes the ref.
Where's the ref when this is going on? There's a clearly... I'm outraged that Sedrick Strong pulled such a move.
The best brother tandem in IPW, Roderick and Sedrick, the Strong brothers.
I've never seen such a blatant disregard for the rules ever in my entire life. There was Roderick Strong, dead center of the ring, beaten 1, 2, 3. Sedrick Strong sticking his nose where it didn't belong. I can't believe such a thing. I'm outraged. I gotta talk to my agent about this.
The way you always play within the rule book, I'm not surprised that you're outraged at something like this.
I'm a stickler for the rules.
The Strongs are celebrating with SoCal Val. She's still suffering a little bit from getting kicked in the head there. And what is this? The Strong brothers out here. You guys come
look
again.
at those guys. I've seen them before.
What are you doing, Rod Steele?
Again, what we're going to show you is, I don't care, man, woman, child, we're going to get in the ring. We're going to beat the life out of anybody. You see Billy Fives in there telling this broad, you should be home, baking cookies, doing whatever it is women's work do, laundry, cleaning, not in the wrestling world. Ow, wait a second.
Smack.
You know what? And this is why she gets. We're not going to take it. And this is what happens to people who run their mouth and stick their nose where they don't belong.
From what you tell me, you were just going to give her a good talking to, but she had to get physical, and you can't take that.
I don't know what you're talking about if you look out.
Oh my God. Force of the nature on SoCal Val. The Shanes can barely take that and stand up afterwards. She's going to have to be stretchered out of here. I'll tell you what, Rod, I've been
look at these two meat stacks come busting in here like it's a Sonny's barbecue, coming around here, throwing their weight around, thinking there's somebody they're not. Where were the Strongs when Val was getting clubbered? Where were the freaking
twins?
Where
they were. You guys took them out with chairs.
I don't know what you're talking about. They were probably in the back.
I am explaining.
They weren't doing anything. They were probably in the back greasing each other's pecs. Now look at this SoCal Val coming out here.
She's faking it. She just wants to be carried away by the Shanes.
Well, you know, I've heard that a lot about these young girls. But now we're trying to get the producer to tell us to get out of here. So 3, 2, 1, and we're gone.
Main event time, folks. And what is going on here? This isn't what I thought it was. This is a big battle royal going on between most of the WrestlePlex boys here. Okay, these were the guys that were upset. They didn't get to make it earlier in the show for our big show over at Lealman. These guys said, we're getting on the card any way we can. You see all kinds of people.
Hey, how'd that guy get in here? He's got khakis and shorts on. I mean, who is that guy? Is he
that
a
is
fan?
DR Stud, the master of the $1.25 Body Slam Challenge.
Oh,
no one's been able to do it yet.
Oh, well, I was trying to figure out. I thought it was just some Joe fan sauntering in.
That's not a body slam. That's a big choke by Axis. There you see Jarrell Clark.
You know, for a second there, the camera was blacked out by the massive back of Lennox, who in on her own right is a tremendous wrestler here at the Florida WrestlePlex. You know, and speaking of the Florida WrestlePlex, coming up at the February Fury, but actually be Fight of Fury, you know, maybe that headshot really
not at the WrestlePlex, Raj. That's our big show, November 30th, Independent Armageddon. I know you've had a lot of shots to the head, but that's where Mr. Perfect will take on Six-Pack. I'm sorry, we can't call him Mr. Perfect. He's simply Kurt Hennig taking on Six-Pack. That's at the Pinellas Expo Center, right there on US 19. Huge match. We've also got AJ Styles versus American Dragon, and maybe some of these guys will be on the show as well.
Man, and is that the
what is Mark Zout doing?
Wow, he is jacked up. I think he's been on the gas, my friends. Now look at Axis throwing in sleepers. We've got shoulder blocks aplenty. We've got Heartbreak Express trying to get out there. You can't do some meager eye poke on the Ultimate Mark. That guy's too jacked up for anything. Look at the armbands he's got on. Look at the vascularity. The Ultimate Mark is the biggest guy I've ever seen in the ring. He's no Axis. He's no Python. He's no Frankie Capone. And he's certainly not no jacked up Kamikaze Kid. Now, look at DR in his meager $1.99 outfit that he's calling Wrestling Ensemble. Sneakers, khakis, and a t-shirt. Who is does this guy think he is? We're professionals around here. We're not trying to look like no yahoos. And the last 2 cats in the ring is super fat Snow.
There's actually 5 cats in the ring. You just couldn't see 2 of them because of snow.
My bad.
And
This guy's everything.
no way! Mark Zout eliminates Pat Powers, and you won't see that twice, no matter how long you look.
Absolutely not. Look at Snow being
Oh, look
thrown
at
around.
Fritzy on the outside of the ring still. One of his Davis boys still in there. If he's smart, he'll get out of there. And that's why Pat Powers going across the screen, attacking him right there. You've got 3 guys left. Is that right, or is Snow hiding some more guys?
Snow could be hiding somebody underneath that breast he calls a chest there. And out goes Snow, up and over. Whoa, I've never seen the big man get up so fast.
And look at him.
Look at him trying to bust the mighty python.
That's not going to work, Mark. That's not going to work.
Come on, Mark. You got to show a little more strength than that, baby. Because the guy's jacked up just because he's got needles sticking out everywhere. Look at that swally
he
move
drops
on.
him. Python. You got to be kidding me.
I can't believe this thing.
Python's eliminated the winner, the ultimate Mark superfan, Mark Zout. Fans, we'll see you next week.
Wow.
Big win for the ultimate Mark. Superfan Mark Zout in that crazy battle royal. And we've got a crazy battle royal coming up at the 30th at the Expo Center. It's with all the cruiserweights. The winner gets an immediate shot at Naphtali for that Florida Unified Cruiserweight Timekeeper title. But I tell you, we got another big match involving you guys, the Alliance of Defiance, Rod, Billy, Mike, and Scoot. You're taking on the Strong Brothers and the Shane Brothers with Ron Nemi. There's got to be some revenge in the mind of the Strong Brothers.
Well, can you believe the whooping that was put on the Strong Brothers? Dead center of the ring, you got Naphtali. No, he's the Florida title championship holder. You got SoCal Val looking up at the lights because she was knocked out cold by Scoot Andrews in the
She shouldn't have slapped you.
Absolutely not. Her place is in the home where all women need to be, cooking, cleaning, making me my turkey and cheese sandwich. You know how I love that turkey and cheese
sandwich.
All
right,
right,
Rod, I got to cut you off. Fans, we're going to check out some footage for what's coming up here next week. Fans, we'll see you then on Recap.